Okay, so here is a quick review of completing the square. And before we start, I thought I'd just show you how to multiply two binomials. So you're gonna FOIL, right? So first, outside, inside, last. When you do that, you'll get x, shoot, can you see what I'm doing? This is my first attempt, so it might not be a great video. So x, here we go, x squared plus 3x plus another 3x plus 9. So what happens here is you get two 3x's. So this becomes x squared plus 6x plus 9. So if you're trying, for example, like in number 1, where you have f, I'm trying to write and, excuse me, x squared plus 6x plus 4, that 4 needs to be a 9 so that I can make it into an x plus 3 quantity squared, like over here. How do I do that? Well, what I can do is I can just shove that 4 to the right. So I can rewrite this as x squared plus 6x. Now, how do I get the 9? Plus some number. We don't know what that 9 is yet. I mean, we already do because we did it over here. But I'm going to put the plus 4 here. So basically, we take half of the 6, which is 3, and then times it by 2. Or I'm sorry, square it, so we get 9, right? Just like we did over here. So I lied. So that's where the 3x's come from. So if we take our 6, cut it in half, we get the 3's, and then square it, we get 9, okay? So it's b divided by 2 squared, 9. Now, when we do that, we're adding 9 into this side of this equation. We also have to think about, okay, what I also need to subtract 9, because now I've added 9 and subtracted 9, so I've essentially added 0. But now I can make this into x plus 3 times x plus 3, and then we also have a minus 5 at the end here. So this becomes x plus 3 quantity squared minus 5. And then, of course, I'd write f of x equals. And the vertex would be at -3, -5. Okay? So it does get a little bit more complicated in a problem like number 4. Shoot. I don't know if you guys can see this very well. I'll watch it when I'm done and see if it's fuzzy. So we've got a 3x squared. If anyone has a suggestion on how I can do these better, I am all ears. Plus 12x minus 18. I guess email me with that. Pull the 3 out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the 3 out. I'm going to move the 18 over first. So I'm going to rewrite this as 3x squared plus 12x, and then this I'm going to put the minus 18 over here. Okay. Now this is all y equals. Okay. So now I am going to divide a 3, or GCF a 3, out of 3x squared plus 12x. Okay, so 3 x squared plus 4x plus some number. That's finished there. And then we still have this minus 18 on the outside. Okay, so I'm going to complete the square inside here. So when I do that, I take half of 4 and then I square it. Half of 4 is 2, squared is 4. So I'm going to add 4. Now, I have added 4 inside this parentheses, which this entire quantity is being multiplied by 3. So that's not really a 4. That's really a 4 times 3, which is a 12. I've added 12 to the side. So in order to keep this side even, like a balance or a scale, I need to also subtract 12. I added 12. Now I'm going to subtract 12 on this side. Now I can complete the square here with my 3 in front. X plus 2 quantity squared, and then this is minus 30. And so then we can get the vertex is -2 and -30. Okay? The only other type of problem we have is when we have an equation, we have two sides. I'm going to do a more difficult one like number 9. Number 9. Okay, so we've got 2k, gosh, the focus is terrible. 2k squared plus 16k, equals -12. All right, so now the first few problems, I only had one side to work on. Now I have two sides. So I'm going to go ahead and complete the square, or I'm going to factor out a 2, I should say, on this side. So k squared plus 8k, leave space to complete the square on this side. And then negative 12. Now, I'm going to have to, just like an equation, if I'm going to add something to the left side to complete the square, then I'm going to add this exact same amount on the right side, because now it's an equation. And to balance an equation, we have to add the same thing, not the opposite thing, to the other side. So to complete the square, half of 8 is 4. 4 squared is 16. I'm adding a 16. It's not really a 16. It's 16 times 2, right? Which is a 32. So on the other side of the equation, to keep this equation balanced, I'm going to add 32. Now I'm going to go ahead and solve it, because we're asked to solve the quadratic. So I'm going to, let me rewrite this first. This will be k plus 4 quantity squared equals 20. And then I got to divide by 2, both sides. And then I get k plus 4 squared equals 10. So k plus 4 equals plus or minus square root of 10. Don't forget plus or minus. Subtract the 4 and you end up getting k equals negative 4 plus or minus square root of 10. Boom! All right, let me know if that was useful at all. Okay, bye.